Yeah. Big bag, got him big mad. Get into some money in it bag. Jumping out the Rolls truck with the Temp Check. I'm getting money, I don't get mad. As a nigga in my hood, he gon' set it on stamp. And when them situations came, I came out like a champ. When it was pouring down raining, I came out of it damp. But now it's champagne showers when we poppin' the champ.
Oh, we back. Somehow in it. We back, episode 7. 7? 7. Yeah, 7.
Yep. 7.
It's D.
Damn.
We got White Boy in the room.
Yeah. White boy.
Here we got we got Sid in the room. Sydney.
Yoda.
Dot Love. And then we got high school friend, Jalen. Starting at guard. Oh, you get a picture? this joint right here. Former student college athlete, Allegheny College, Weber College. You probably seen him in your local rec center.
No.
Can't guard him. First team can't guard him. Fuck you talking about? Jalen Miles at JM10P underscore.
No,
Yeah.
so J10.
Really can't guard nigga. I'm bullshitting. Can't guard him. And my
Can't be
co-host.
fucked with. It's good, y'all.
Nigga look like nigga. Are you my co-host?
We thought we was still talking about that.
Yeah.
What's going on with y'all, man? I almost said it too. That's what's crazy.
Welcome.
That's almost did it.
Welcome. Yeah, nah, but you know how we're gonna start. Temp Check, how you feeling?
I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright, man. I'm
Nigga
cool.
just sighed all the stress off his shoulders.
Nah, I'm alright, man. You know, other than this job shit, bro, I ain't really got much that I'm stressing about too much. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I am, but I'm not. It's just kind of like, I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like lately I just been here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think I deal with my frustration so differently now. It just be like, I just be kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. To be honest, today I couldn't really tell you how I feel because I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm anxious. I don't know if I'm irritated. I don't know if I'm mad. I don't know if I'm nervous about something. I don't know if I'm sad about it. If I'm angry, I deadass don't know. Couldn't really tell you. Okay, I feel like I'm just going through the motions, waking up every day doing the same shit, and low-key trying to keep my mind off of it. I feel like I ain't gonna lie, I've been smoking a little more. Shit kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. But I be smoking before I go to work damn near just to get through the day. Shit just, I don't know. Kind of just what I feel like I'm doing a little bit of what I used to do, like compressing all my. I just feel like I got
Compartmentalizing.
Yeah, I just feel like my emotions are something I can't worry about right now. Some whole bunch of other shit. I'm gonna address it when I get to it. But I got a whole bunch of other shit going on. So like we gonna get to that shit in a minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm cool. Other than that, I'm cool, man. I'm still blessed, man. I'm still here. We doing episode 7 and shit, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Another one.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I am not okay, but I know I will be okay. Like I told you before, I start therapy on Thursday. And probably for the first time in my life, it's not something that I can plan for. It's not something that I can map out. It's not something that necessarily has logistics to it. And I just go in there and just kind of be an open book for it. I had told Sid this morning that I had realized that I didn't realize that I feel as though my emotions are the weakest part of me. And so I think for the longest time, I've neglected the emotions that I have felt because I don't think it was something that I thought was tangible to me per se, that I could carry and use in any room that I go in. I was telling her when I walk in a room, I don't smile until somebody smiles at me. Like I couldn't even fathom the thought of walking into a room and smiling first, because that's just not something that I've
I smile
done.
when I walk in rooms.
Yeah,
I'm a smiler though.
Yeah, it's not even something that I fathom, because I always interpreted that as weakness. Like that's not even something that I could even.
Look at this nigga smiling and shit.
right.
Happy ass nigga. Yeah. Niggas walking in the room.
What the fuck is nigga smiling about? So I'm just.
I walk in with you. Nigga talking about stop that smiling, bro.
Tighten up.
Bro?
Yeah, tighten
they
up.
Looking.
Yeah, tighten up.
They looking.
Yeah, no. And that's so deep rooted in so many things. Yeah. The hypermasculinity, toxic behavior, and just habitual unconscious stuff that you not even thinking about you're doing.
Bitch ass nigga smile.
Right.
It's masculinity.
But you know what's crazy? I didn't attach it to the like, oh, I'm gonna walk in these rooms and I'm tougher than you. Yeah. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I've always been a hide your cards type of person. Yeah. And so I don't want you to think that just because I smile that I automatically may treat you a certain way, or that you could treat me a certain way. Even better said.
I don't think niggas play with me like that, smiling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think it goes either way. Yeah. I just always attributed, like, if my emotions are a weak link of me, and so because of that, I will compartmentalize and I won't even deal with them. I won't even pay attention to them or try to process them. So, yeah, I just haven't been a good person to myself lately, I think, for a while. And I think that I'm going to now try to do the work to just figure all of that out. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. So, bear with me.
Hey, man, that, therapy, I commend you for even, when you told me, when you called me, when we talked about it yesterday. Is that yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was just real, like, damn, niggas really going to therapy. That's a big step. The first step is going, because I still ain't went.
I think the first step is, like, acknowledging. Like,
yeah, I acknowledged it 3-4 years ago.
Right.
Like,
and you can keep pushing it. You can keep pushing that shit. Yeah. Like, first is acknowledgement, and the second step is, like, I'm going.
I've been saying I need to go for a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well.
And I was telling Reese this morning that the biggest thing that kept me from putting it up, like, kept me from going and putting it off, is that it being my educational background, I relate it to a magician going to a magic show. Like, I can't sit in here and take it seriously because I feel as though I'm gonna be like, oh, I know that trick. I know what you're doing. Oh, I know that move too. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's not impressive.
Talking about going to therapy.
Yeah, like sitting with a therapist because I studied to be a therapist.
How you think that's going? You just have to be way more open minded than the average person.
Yeah.
And you can't think, you know what I'm saying? You can't think of it.
Yeah, I can't be in there being like, oh, that's CBT method.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you can't be in there like, you trying to get me.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to get me.
Yeah, okay. That's Freud. No, that's Maslow, hierarchy of needs. Okay. Yeah, like,
what school you go to?
Right, exactly. Right. Did you take the school? What counseling?
How do you feel about it? You in that bitch trying to,
right. Did you meet all your certs?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
So you probably
I have to literally go in there.
You gotta let go.
Yeah, all the way. All the way. That's why I said it's a way different experience that I've ever done, because that's not what I do. That's not, like, literally I'm going in there with the plan, and then I got the plan for the plan. And then if those two don't work, I got the third one too.
I also was listening to you. You was like, I'm going in there with a plan. I think, I ain't said it to you when we was on the phone.
Well, I shouldn't have said plan. I have goals, and you should have goals going into therapy.
All right. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, don't treat it like a job, bro.
Yeah, nah. I mean, it is work.
I mean,
yeah, but not in the conventional way of like clocking in.
Going there to become a better you is the ultimate end goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Dissect whatever you have going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I'm not
a counselor. I feel like I probably ain't went to counseling so long. The counselor that I had, bro, she passed away. I think my mom said she got sick or something. And I feel like during that time, I was making, like, real
strides.
Yeah, like, to be okay. It was just a lot going on with, like, school, my aunt, my mom, I think my mom was like going through a divorce during that time, so that kind of was like throwing me off. I feel like I told that woman
everything.
Yeah, only motherfuckers that know the shit she knows is me, her, and the Lord. Like, so I'm like, damn, like, I ain't gonna lie, her passing away is probably why I haven't went to another therapist.
Because
like,
you would have to do it again.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like, it's nothing like getting into a new relationship, even though, kind of though. You know how motherfuckers be like, damn, I gotta do this shit again.
Yeah,
I gotta get to know your favorite color too. I gotta do this. Like, damn, I'm like,
I gotta open up to somebody again.
Yeah, and I'm just like, damn, the shit that I told her, the shit that I told her, I shared with her, and she helped me through. I'm like, bro, like, in my mind, I technically gotta, you don't even know me, so I gotta relive the shit. Me and her already made the strides. I could go into therapy and start where I'm at, but I feel like
it won't work as much.
Yeah,
it won't work as much.
I need you to.
You gotta go all the way back.
Yeah, she knew. She knew.
They gotta know.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, I started at a certain position because she gonna try to dissect it anyway. Like, well, we can't even deal with this now because I need to know some other shit as to why you even got here. So
it's crazy you said that because I think I told you I was talking to my mom and she was and it's kind of just natural for parents to kind of analyze the part they play in it as if there's some fault in there. And she was just like, is there something that me and your dad didn't do? And I was just like, nah, like this, y'all are the greatest example of.
To not talk to them? Yeah.
And I was just like, y'all are one of the greatest examples that I have. I think what naturally happens is when you have the older sibling, middle child, youngest sibling dynamic, it was bound to happen. I seen you raising DeAndre and Dante, and I was deemed the example. And so I carry all of that on my shoulders saying, okay, I have to fit into this frame because they're looking at me constantly. I stopped having a curfew at 14 because they put so much trust in me. And my mom was like telling me.
Couldn't have been me.
my mom was.
The kid, no curfew at 14.
She was, my mom was telling me, she was like, yeah, I mean, what you exemplified, it just seemed like you had it already. Like you just seemed like you already had everything in a box. You already had your head on your shoulders, and you just, could go out. And I was just like, yeah. But there was just a lot of things that purposely I probably didn't show. Like y'all couldn't have seen it because I didn't show it. If I was having emotional problems or I was having processing problems, I didn't tell you. Because
you was on some worry about your other kids.
Yeah, you have two others. Yeah. Two others back. You gotta worry about them. Go ahead and do what you need to do.
That's how you approach everything now.
Yeah.
Like, it's been certain times where like we was in certain situations and it's like he worried about me, but I'm like, nigga, we just went through the same shit.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, now when your who was that, your great grandmother that passed away? Or just your grandmother? Yeah, I was just I think you and Marcus was closer at the time, so I think you might have been. But no, when I first met you, you wasn't. I'm like, damn, like, is this nigga okay? Like,
yeah, I just kept it. Kept it moving.
Like,
yeah, just kept it
moving. Nigga don't feel nothing.
Damn,
like we're trying. I'm like, damn, bro, I just want to be his friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, let me in.
Yeah.
Because I was coming to you so much talking about all the shit that I was going through. I'm like, this nigga just cool.
Yeah, because people typically vent. Okay, so how about you? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like everything, man, my car, I'm single, home, whatever. It's just like, I just be like, all right, so you good?
Yeah.
Or you like, okay.
Yeah.
I just kind of.
Which one?
It's
yeah,
like,
like,
I'll be alright too. Huh. I'll be alright. It's his favorite shit.
Yeah.
I'll be alright.
Yeah, so like one of the craziest things is like, as I'm like talking through Reese and I'm talking to him and I'm talking to her, I'm saying like, I'm catching myself saying like where I'll do like yeah, but it'll be cool. And my mom was like, she said something and I was like, I'll figure it out. And I was like, me, when I do that, like, that says so much for me because I realize that's like me saying, I know it's some bullshit. I don't really want to talk about all the other shit that is actually bothering me. I'll always pitch it to the back. Like I always throw it to the back and not even really process it all the way.
Yeah, that's why I asked before we got off the phone. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And you were just like, "Nah."
Yeah.
I fucked with that. I was
yeah,
like, God damn, nigga, I know.
Finally.
Yeah. No,
like, because especially because, you know, I ain't not, it's just the fact that you called me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not going to share the conversation, but the fact that you called me, I'm like, damn, oh yeah. Because usually you got some shit going on, you call me every, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
every blue moon. Yeah.
It was, for it to happen the day before, you usually kind of wait. And then, you know what I'm saying? You called me, I'm just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like you was good because you called me so right after type. So I was just like, you know what I'm saying, before we got off the phone, you was like, you know what I'm saying, nah. And then you broke down the therapy and shit, and I was just like, you know, that's the first step, bro. Like, just being okay. Because a lot of people, you know, looking at you on the outside, everybody else might, that nigga is good.
Good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wasn't my friend, I'd be like, nigga, you good.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the problem. I think that sometimes you can internalize that the people around you need you in a certain way. And so goes back to that affording conversation. There's a lot of things that I feel like I can't afford. I can't afford to have problems because other people depend on me. I can't afford to travel because I haven't earned a vacation for myself. I haven't worked hard enough. I can't afford to feel because that is the weakest part of me. I don't want people to know that I feel. I don't afford these things. And so it's me being a bad person to myself, me not showing up for myself, and me not being all the way whole. And so this is where I'm at. I got to figure all of this out to try to piece it together.
Yeah, because we spend a lot of time with ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say that a lot of people. But, you know, even though those times, like when you alone, when we be talking about, you know, you spend a lot of time with yourself so you can get to know yourself, you still got to technically do something with the time of you being alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be alone and not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to still decompartmentalize with the shit that you got going on in your life just because you're alone. Like, take that time when you're alone to actually break some shit down. Look at yourself in the mirror. Like, really think about, you know, X, Y, and Z, how to kind of attack it, how to deal with it when you are alone.
Yeah. Now, I think, like I told you before, for the longest time, I've attached what I'm doing to how I'm doing, how I feel. And the two don't separate. So a lot of the times it's, well, I got this, and going on. But how do you feel? Well, I'm doing this, so I feel this. Like, it's not necessarily I feel this. It's a slow process for me to feel. And that slow process turns into no processing at all. I can really tell you.
Separate the two. It's kind of like,
yeah,
I have this going on. I mean, I feel this way, but, you know, I
you have to. Yeah, no, you have to. But the two are linked together for me.
Yeah.
If I feel as though I'm not doing well, then I'm not okay. But the two meet, so they don't really, you know, they don't separate. They don't have deviation.
Yeah, because I get extra by myself when I got a lot going on. Yeah. I get extra, like, I don't want to be bothered until I figure some shit out. Yeah. And then when I figure the shit out, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? I still like being by myself, but I come back out. Until then, I feel like mine is the opposite of what you said, because, you know, you got that older sibling thing. Mine is more like being my mom's baby boy and being my dad's only son. So mine is more of like an independence thing. Like, I don't go to my parents a lot unless it's just some quick shit, maybe some job shit. But other than that, not really too much. My parents, especially lately, they've been asking me like, "What's going on? You okay?" Even my brother, like, "What's going on? You okay?" I'm just like, just want y'all to stop. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's always been I knew that young, like, you know, I didn't want.
Those check-ins go a long way, though.
What?
Those check-ins do go a long way.
Yeah, but it just be like, you know, it's crazy. The check-ins, the more check-ins I get, it's hurting me more because I'm not sharing. I just keep asking, am I okay? And I just keep saying, yeah, so I can get y'all off the phone. And then y'all ask me again. And it's low-key like, damn, I really should have told you last time, but now I really don't want to tell you because I done added some more shit since the last time you added me.
Hurting yourself.
So
definitely hurting yourself.
I just feel like that's mine's more of an independence on them, seeing that I can handle shit on my own. But I mean, it's just something that I've always done anyway, just trying to figure shit out without help, just because I want to be the person to help everybody else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And I was telling Say, I was like, my mom was like, she couldn't understand me not being emotionally available. And I was telling her, because she was like, the way that you love your friends, the way that you love your family, the way that you show up for people, I was like, that's two different things. It's two. I was like, it's two different things. I can
love me, bro?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I can show it for somebody 1,000 times over, but never show it for myself. That's like, it's two different things. It's two different things. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not okay, but I will be okay soon enough. So it'll take some time. But yeah,
I got you, man.
I appreciate it.
Love you too, bro. Love you too, man.
Bless you. I'm sorry. All right. Well, now that that's over.
Get that shit out
Yeah,
there.
get that shit out.
All right.
It's a work in progress.
no,
It's a work in progress.
We did
It's
enough.
yeah,
That's enough.
That's
man.
enough. Well, I start crying in this bitch. No, yeah, I'm gonna start crying in this motherfucker.
All right now.
All right. Yeah, nah, but to transition, you really surprised me.
Yeah, I was hoping you don't want me to introduce it.
Yeah, nah, you really surprised me because we for the audience, we have a running list note that we share about things that we want to talk about. And this my co-host across from me put some politics on the notes on the politics. So just to clarify, Trump is not trying to cut I'm sorry, let me be very specific. He's not trying to remove Medicaid and SNAP. What the Republicans are doing, it's called the Big Beautiful Bill. I want to say that again. The bill is called a piece of legislation for these United States, for grown-ass people, is called the Big Beautiful Bill.
Okay.
In this bill, for Medicaid, for Medicaid and SNAP, what they're trying to do is, one,
Are you SNAP? Are you saying
SNAP, yeah, food stamps.
Food stamps? Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't even- I'm like,
that's what's called. What they're trying to do is, I call it bootstrap politics, but they'll use the word able-bodied citizens. So they're upping the age. So basically, Medicaid. No, I got you. Give me a second. I'm about to read it to you. The legislation includes changes to Medicaid, a popular entitlement program. That's another thing, just really quick. I'm sorry. They like to call it an entitlement, as if you don't deserve it.
Don't deserve Medicaid. And
Yes, they like to use certain coded language as to say these are not things that belong to you. When they do, these are rights that belong to you. A popular entitlement program that provides government-sponsored health care for low-income Americans, imposing work requirements for able-bodied adults without children, more frequent eligibility checks, more check-ins from the government to say, you working? Cutting federal funds to states that use Medicaid infrastructure to provide health care coverage to undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants do not qualify for Medicaid, by the way, so that's not real. And banning Medicaid ban Medicaid for covering gender transition services for children and adults. The numbers on, this is a whole nother thing, but the numbers for children, gender transition for children is like in the most minuscule percentile.
What is it like when
Boy to girl, girl to boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah, but those surgery numbers are so low, like abysmal. It's not actually a thing. That's not actually a problem. But that's one of the Republican scare tactics. Whatever. Yeah. All they're trying to do is stricken the program. For SNAP, they're also doing the same thing. It was 18 to 54, where you have to meet the certain work requirements. They went from 54 to 64. I want you to keep working. I want you to keep working. Yeah. And so that's basically what's going on. What it is essentially Republicans like this idea of power back to the states. Let the states govern. Let the states do it.
So if the states want it back, they can get it back.
But here's the thing. Well, they're not cutting it. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. These programs aren't going anywhere. They're just making it stricter. Yeah. And so, but for Republicans, what the real thing is that they're trying to privatize these programs. Because if you can privatize it, then there's less oversight when you send it back to the states. And that way we can kind of manipulate these programs in the way that we want. Like for the Medicaid piece, there's some legislation in there that there will be more cost sharing between the states and the government, meaning that more costs will fall on the states. So that means for a simple doctor visit for somebody that's on Medicaid, that simple doctor visit, that copay could go from like $20 to $35 if they wanted it to.
All right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Manipulating it that way.
They
so
made it seem like the shit was getting. I'm like, God,
no,
damn,
it is getting cut.
Yeah.
It is getting cut, and it's not passed yet. It still has to go to the Senate. There's a lot of Republicans that live in the poor, that represent the poorer states, that represent a lot of Medicaid users that are like, hey, if we pass this bill, y'all gonna put us in the shitter because they got re-elections coming up for Congress this year. So this is a campaign year. If you hurt a lot of people, especially Medicaid, because even Donald Trump said in a meeting, he was like, literally the words, "Don't fuck with Medicaid," and so they're fucking with Medicaid essentially now. But now the bill most likely will go through a lot of changes. I don't know for the better, I don't know for the worse, but we'll see.
That's why I'm glad I put it on there.
Yeah,
that shit. I needed some clarity. I wasn't gonna look it up. I just knew you was gonna tell.
Yeah. So that
if I would have looked it up, I would have been like, I don't know what none of this shit mean.
Yeah. So it's the Republicans doing what they do best. Cut tax for the rich in this big beautiful bill. Cut taxes for the rich. Tax more on the middle class. The entitlements like SNAP and Medicaid, stricken these programs so that they can take it away from people. Fearmonger about undocumented and documented immigrants when they're really not necessarily a problem like they say. We don't have I wouldn't say we have a immigration problem. We have a policy and process problem. So, yeah, that's it from my end. To transition again to something.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Hope y'all was paying attention.
And there's way more knowledgeable platforms that y'all can go to. Like way more.
That's like the Spark Notes, nigga.
Yeah, straight to the point. Yeah.
This my platform.
Yeah. Our food stamps going away.
Yeah.
No, they're not going away.
Nigga called me laughing like, bro, you wanna talk about politics? Because I asked, he's like, what is he doing? Yeah. And I seen the post, I was just like, yeah, I need to put this on there. I need everybody else to know, but I want to know too. Yeah. I know everybody seen that shit and thought the same shit. Like, damn, you take away food stamps?
No,
I ain't even on food stamps.
They
shit like damn. Like,
their wording. There's a lot of people getting over on the program.
I mean, that's
translation. No translation. Some of you don't deserve it, so we want to take it away. All right, Some of you don't deserve it, and mostly what they're talking about is black and brown people. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, trying to make up for COVID as well because the unemployment and the food. Yeah,
crazy that shit.
They didn't like that. That was free money in their mind. They're like, wow, we just gave free money away to the citizens of the United States that needed it.
Wasn't that Trump idea? Well, he was the stimulus.
That's what he would say. That's what he would say was his idea. But that's what he would say.
There were procedures and practices in it. He just put his name on.
It's not.
And then the first chance he got, he's firing the niggas who put those procedures and plans in place that kept the country afloat.
That makes sense,
bro.
Exactly. Hell of a firing.
Shit's crazy.
Everybody that come to my job be like, I got a job right now. Yeah. They be like, damn, they don't want to tell me. As soon as they say government, I like, they be like, for now.
Yeah, that's how shit going.
Go ahead.
The fire is just because y'all brought up COVID. Like, niggas don't even realize he fired the niggas that were in charge of the CDC for cruise ships. You realize niggas are floating around on boats of disease, and they fired the niggas who handle that shit. And nobody's talking about the shit.
It's outside.
Nobody talks about it. Yeah, like that's crazy.
No, you're right.
You go on
100%.
cruise, and you know what I'm saying? Man, there's morgues on cruise ships.
Yeah.
And they hiding all the numbers of niggas getting sick and all that shit because he fired the niggas who were in charge of managing that shit.
That's a fact. The Republicans, period, all have been doing shit like that, cutting funding on certain research, vaccine research, and all, like just doing it where you wouldn't even think about it, and then when it comes back, it bites in the ass. You know.
And they fire niggas because they're doing shit outside of the United States, but a lot of this shit needs to be done over there before it comes here.
That's the water and then he gonna give it to him.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah. Appreciate it. But yeah,
it's just a lot of the shit that they're cutting. It's like, oh, we're not using it right now.
Yeah.
But then when shit hit the fan, you didn't fire
I need
these
them
niggas
back
5 years ago.
Get them back.
They're not doing the research that they should have been doing to be prepared for a situation like this because the fucking building's gone.
Yeah, bro, that was at your daughter's birthday. I don't know his name. He worked for the State Department. He was,
he was
talking.
Lynn. He's talking about Lynn. Yeah, Lynn.
Like,
yeah.
slaving.
Yeah.
It's slaving because he said so many.
That's
people
it. It's
died.
literally what he's speaking to. Is literally what's going on now. Fired a bunch of government workers, hired them
Yeah.
back. Like, fam, stop because they're trying to privatize the government as well because they feel as though that is something that they should manage like a business. Certain public government programs cannot be managed like a business. Socialist programs cannot be managed like a business. These are things that citizens need and deserve. We have rights to have. So,
Motherfuckers can't even get in the government.
yeah.
What's this thing going? She ain't gonna never get that job.
But speaking of politics, but I'll say label politics in a way. Gunna album coming out. Said June.
Just said June.
I'm going to be
I
honest.
think his birthday's in June.
Yeah,
Is it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think, and he's not gonna push it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple things. So we saw that there was speculation, but they showed the picture. You saw that he covered his YSL tattoo.
I seen academics talking about that shit.
Lil Baby and Young Thug pushed their album back. I don't know if it's June, but I think Thug is June for sure. Lil Baby, I'm not sure it's June.
Yeah. Why would they drop an album in the same month? So dumb.
Do you think this is Gunna's last album on the YSL label?
For sure.
Has to be.
I think it's done.
So,
I think that shit over.
in being his last album on the label, do you think, I don't know who pushed whose album back first, because I'll run through my conspiracy. I think that Gunna had the date for June, like for the longest. He's still on the label, so you gotta put the date in.
He always drop around his birthday though.
Yeah. I
For the
think,
most part.
but I think that's known, right, on the label. I think whatever conversations are being had, I think a album sales battle is about to happen. as a parting gift, however this may end, I think the conversations of I kept the label afloat while y'all was during y'all case.
On some Let's See.
Yes,
All
I think
right.
that's what happened behind. I think that is exactly
I'm fucking
the
with that.
conversation.
If Gunna
Yeah.
on that, like Let's See, like I ain't gonna lie, I think he might win.
I know he's gonna win.
I'm about to say you think.
I think
think
I'm
know.
Like,
Yeah.
and I fuck with Thug, of course. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he gonna get a little more hype because he been gone so long. So he
Yeah.
gonna get some of that. I do feel like if he wasn't gone, I don't think the two would compare. But I feel like Gunna's still gonna win. He's still gonna win. I ain't gonna lie. Gunna kind of got it right now. So
I think that is the exact conversation that happened. I think
I had less features.
maybe not directly, maybe if it's not person to person, but I think if crews are talking to each other, I kept the label afloat. All right, nigga, but we don't need you. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Show me.
Let's see. And I think this is what
What if he win for real?
I think we're in a place now.
It don't even matter.
Yeah, I think I'm leaving the
I just
label
want to
anyway.
know what the fuck he asked to talk to him for.
Because he's a label, he's on the label, so technically I do have to talk to the person.
But you can't. Is the Gunna the only motherfucker on the label?
That was
a
on
part
trial.
of- yeah.
I can't remember. I think his brother is in jail.
Well,
Yeah, I'm about to say his brother's in jail.
Yak.
Yeah, but I mean Yak got off, so
Okay.
yeah, I don't.
I'm just like, all right, but you, or maybe, bro, maybe they might be on each other's album. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm trying to be optimistic, but him covering the tag. When I seen he cover the tag, I'm like, damn, like,
I think it's coming to
yeah,
coming to a close.
like, Thug really on that.
I think it's coming
There's
to a
only but
close.
so much you can put up.
I guess he kind of, and I feel like he kind of felt like he had to. I feel like he think he got to stand on
Because
Dirk and Baby
I'm
doing whatever they did, so he kind of got to stand it. If he wasn't co-signing them while he
Right.
was locked up.
I think most likely what happened was as soon as he got free, Gunna probably went to
Reach out.
reach out. I think there was probably a rejection.
Damn.
And I think that ever since then, ever since,
I think he really don't, bro.
yeah, I think ever since then it's just there's no coming back. Because even then, I mean, it's coded for me, but Gunna was at the Kendrick concert.
I seen that.
We know who Kendrick beef with.
Yeah.
We know who Drake is tied to. Drake gave Young Thug $1 million, whatever.
What if Kendrick on the Gunna album?
That'd be all right. Yeah, that's saying a lot. I'm just saying you're picking a side. You're picking a side.
You're picking a side.
Yeah, I'm picking a side, and I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way through too. Yeah.
feel like the you know it's
because we've never got a Drake and Gunna song. Never got it.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Too sexy. No, sorry.
It's not too sexy, but they're on the song together.
What song?
Too sexy is Gunna's not on that song.
They're on the song. They're on the song together.
I don't think they got no songs together.
They got Solid.
Was anything on Certified?
They're Solid. They're
He was on that.
You know the new one.
No.
It's on P-Power.
P-Power. Yes, I'm tripping. P-Power.
She wanna go viral?
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, Drake and Gunna. Yeah.
Solid. Never
Yeah,
Recover.
I forgot.
Is Baby Gunna and Drake.
Yeah, well, I don't count that one. But yeah, okay, I got it.
All right.
But
Yeah.
P-Power's a baby.
Yeah, P-Power.
I feel like not to say the industry do needed Thug when he was Thug
At the height.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of when he was in jail, he needed to be out.
Yeah,
But
we might class a little bit.
I think now it's more like we need Gunna.
Yeah,
He kind of
essential.
he's at the forefront right now for y'all to, especially if he win. If your speculations are correct, if he wins this outcome, like what are y'all really gonna do? Cause he gonna do that shit again, like, and y'all gonna kind of realize, like, damn, like, y'all really gonna stand on not making songs with this man? He gave a lot. All three of them, you know, the three, Dirt, Baby,
Yeah.
Gunna, he gave all of them number one song.
Yeah,
Have a number one song with him.
Yeah.
And it's one of each of they songs. What happened to Virgil? Baby, his list is very long.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, he used to write for him.
and
So.
then Gunna, shit, his list is long for the songs they have together that have been hit. So I'm just like, y'all just gonna like act like that don't exist no more and try to do y'all own thing, like, cause clearly y'all making songs with each other ain't as big as y'all songs with Gunna.
I guess for me to further the conspiracy, I think what may be happening is if they have the date for Gunna's album, then there might be a concerted effort to say, okay, if he drops that Friday, we're going to drop that next Friday to try to mess with his album sales, to try to mess with, because dropping on the same day could be very dangerous. It's a very dangerous.
I think that should
One or two ways.
It could go one or two ways.
It's very dangerous because now you're setting yourself up for comparison, like directly on the day. Yeah, I listened to that Gunna album, fire, but that Thug album, he needed Gunna on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to them
Both that day.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to them
That day. I like the Thug album. It was just missing Gunna. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Because if Money on Money is any indication of what that album's gonna sound like,
Oof, it's gonna be a rough album. I ain't gonna lie, for that to be the first
Single?
song with Future, cool. Yeah. I get the nostalgia of him and Future, cool. But they did a song with him, Baby, but
yeah,
it wasn't
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I'm not really. I ain't gonna lie.
I heard
that.
it.
Yeah, both of them songs kind of sound.
Yeah,
same type of vibe.
Yeah,
it's the same type of vibe. So I know what Gunna coming with. His snippet's been different.
Yeah, we are at a place where
snippet's been different.
I mean, if the thing doesn't happen, if the trial doesn't happen, RICO trial doesn't happen, we're probably at a place where if it hadn't happened already, but we're at a time now where we should have had or would be getting the Young Thug Gunna collab album. Like that's what we should have been.
We never got that.
That's what we should have been building up to, but we'll probably never get it now. Yeah. So
niggas need to grow up.
Yeah. But
he called Cudi a rat the other day too.
You know, I was gonna speak on that, and I'm glad you said that, because that's a perfect transition to this Diddy trial.
Called Cudi. I'm like, damn, like
before
he really on that.
We're on the Diddy trial. Thank you for transitioning to that. Before we get to what I gotta ask you, it's the next subject. I'm trying to figure out, or maybe I'm just trying to maybe settle in the thought that there are that many dumb people out here. Like that there's that many dumbass. Like I don't think a lot of people just know like the common sense. Like when you get subpoenaed to court, you have two options. You got fines and jail, and that depends on the state. But this is a Fed case. So the government subpoenaed Kid Cudi. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers be acting like when people testify, like they gotta, like some people do have a choice to be a witness. But when you get subpoenaed, hey, you have jail or you have fines. and we may set the fines to
Some unreasonable.
some
Crazy
ungodly number, or it's jail. Now you pick which one you want to do.
Like, what you mean ungodly number?
It's,
Millions?
But even
there's no regulation on it. There's no like.
No, because I was just asking if I'm getting that type of paper, I might pay the fines.
yeah, but I mean, how long do you be And it says fines. It's not fine.
It's not just one.
Yeah, no, it's not a fine. It's not like, oh, you don't show up to court, one fine.
Because guess what they're gonna do? Oh, you don't show up to court, okay.
Every day.
There's a next court date on Tuesday. You don't show up to that one, another fine.
Every day you don't show up to court,
It's a fine.
we're gonna charge you $10,000.
Depends on how many court dates it is. I ain't
Imagine-
gonna lie. If I'm
imagine
mad,
that court go on for 3 years.
I'm about to say, this is a Diddy trial. This is a Diddy trial. I'm not even playing with that. Diddy trial going for a year.
And he just said 10. That there's no regulation. There's no set maximum that you can charge. If we really need your testimony, $100K a day. Show up.
Yeah.
We know you got it. We got your bank statements. Show up.
And you can't get out of a subpoena unless you file an objection through a lawyer. And then the judge has to see the objection and then deem it a good enough reason for you not to come to court and testify.
And that's still a whole nother court part. Like you have to. That's the whole thing. You got to go sit down and talk and explain to yourself why you feel like you shouldn't have to testify. And, and guess what? You could do all of that, and the judge be like, "I'm not hearing that shit. We already in the court, so come on." So then you there anyway.
damn.
And then you don't want to testify and consent. Now you in jail. Niggas don't have choice. Like that's the
That shit was stupid.
It's totally different than him volunteering his testimony. He didn't show up and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all everything." Them niggas.
He literally said in court, "I don't want to be here today."
Who said that, Cuddy?
Cuddy, he was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. But I'm sorry, you have a subpoena, brother. The government called.
So okay.
The government called.
So
It's not. This ain't a person. This ain't the homie calling. The government called. Hey,
I don't even think it was a call, bro. They not
the letter. Yeah.
Yo, they just hand you a paper.
Yeah.
They hand you a file. Hey, this is the time you gotta show up. This is what's going on. Bro.
Damn. Like that snitch, that rat shit is so fucking.
Stupid.
And then to say it, and you took a plea deal.
Yeah, he kind of lost some of that. Like
You took a plea deal. Literally, right before the judge is about to give her verdict, you are giving yourself a good character statement. Yo, I'm a better person. I'm gonna work better. You know what I'm saying? I know I inspire so many people. And I know right from wrong. What that sound like?
Yeah, facts.
I mean, Gunna said yes, man, but you up here talking about how much you do for the community.
Yeah, he did say that.
Like, come on, like let's please. And then you talking about Kid Cudi.
Yeah, nah, like
Pursuit of happiness. That guy.
Yeah, Cuddy.
Day and night, right? The day and night guy. Day and night. Day and night.
This what you talking about?
Yeah, come on, man. But yeah, no, I had put the Diddy trial in here because
Slow-mo.
But that song was cranking.
Yeah, nah, Cuddy don't give no fuck about you calling him a rat.
Yeah,
Don't
nah.
give no fuck about you calling
Kid
him
Cudi.
a rat.
Kid Cudi.
You not no street nigga.
Yeah.
Talking about actor Kid Cudi.
Yeah, right. But the one question I had for the Diddy trial was, maybe the one initial question for sure was, given the trial's outcome, just say he gets off. I don't think he'll get off because I think the trial has been taking a certain turn that may have.
They had to bring up the shit.
Yeah,
The
trafficking and all. I think they're going the right direction now. But what do you see for him if he gets off? What do you see for him coming back into society? Do you see
just
people
gotta be
just
quiet.
accept? Do you see people accepting him back, or does he do like a Russell Simmons and goes to Bali?
I think he does a Russell Simmons. I don't think Diddy. He might try, because when the little Cassie shit came out, he went on air and apologized and that weird ass thing that he did. But I feel like he goes away. I don't feel like he tries to make music, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think he tries to be in the spotlight. I think he dips off because it's kind of like on the outside, everybody that's fucking with him, or if you publicly seen with him, you kind of gonna be judged.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you thought that shit was cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm sure his friends are gonna be his friends just behind closed doors.
For sure.
I don't think he lost any of his main core friends, even the ones that's low key, like they try to throw him in there. I think all of them motherfuckers is gonna talk to him, just not in the public eye.
Because Jay Jay-Z cut that shit short. We are not friends.
Yeah.
We are not
I was
friends. That's not my friend. That we're not homies.
niggas been to hella events together.
Oh, yeah, those are
That's
pictures.
not your man's.
Yeah, he said his lawyer was like, those are pictures.
We both rich.
Yeah.
Because I had to.
Yeah, about to say we had the Rock Nation brunch. Okay.
Everybody was there.
Yeah. So.
Shit crazy.
Yeah. So.
Jay-Z, yeah, he wasn't going
Yeah,
for
what?
none of that.
What? Nah, nigga. Talking about me and him did what? Yeah. All right.
Beyonce just went on tour.
Yeah.
They both was just like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. What? Yeah. All right. But I was just it was just interesting to me because I don't think he'll get off, but there's a possibility
Do
for
he
everything.
get the don't play the Diddy music?
Well, once again, we had that conversation. There ain't no Diddy song that people
I'm
are
saying,
dying
like,
to play.
well, yeah.
It's not like a R. Kelly conversation where it's like, damn, we can't listen to the Step in the Name of Love. Like that's not the same conversation. I'm not dying to turn on.
That shit not.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
shit not fucking up my playlist.
yeah, I about to say.
I don't know if I have any
Yeah.
Diddy songs on my phone.
I'm not dying to hear Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Like I'm okay. Like, what's the other joint? We ain't nowhere.
That don't even get paid. That's
I'm
a cookout song.
not dying. I love that beat, but I don't need to hear.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it. Like if worse come to worse, and it's not even him rapping on it. That's another thing. Like it's not like he's a rapper. Yeah, hype man.
facts.
So I mean, yeah. And kind of like you kind of he do be talking. He do be talking.
He rap a little bit.
Yeah, or he has the verse written for him.
Facts.
And that I mean, so. But you brought up a good point about people, the friends not in public, or some have been public. And it kind of like brought up this other thing for me where it's like, I'm so not concerned, but just intrigued by this desire for people that have done obvious abuse, like obvious abuse, and like, yo, free them. Like him and Tory thing, like, yo, free him. Like even with the Tory now, the petitions that's going around.
Is openly.
Yeah, the petitions that's going around
Tory.
is.
I ain't seen no free Diddy.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that shit. Ain't been in a concert.
Yeah, right.
Motherfuckers ain't shouting them out.
But there are stances of people feeling like Diddy. It's not as public as Tory, but yeah, there are some free Diddy.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like
I'm talking about like real like Drake,
Oh yeah,
Drake,
Drake,
Chris
yeah,
Brown,
yeah,
they
yeah.
free Tory.
Yeah, yeah, which is for me. I don't like. I guess like what? Why y'all want them free so bad? Like for me, what do you mean by that? Free them? Because for me, free them means that either you are neglecting the crime that they did, or you don't believe they did the crime that they did. So I need you to speak to one of
The
those.
Tory shit is they don't.
I don't think
Truth came out.
I think the Tory shit is. I don't think they believe that he did.
So okay, and then I guess that's the other difficult part with the Tory thing. If you don't believe that happened, then I need you to explain to me what you think happened.
What the security guard said.
Yeah, I'm about to say what the security guard said.
That Kelsey.
I mean, hey.
Okay.
I mean, then they got to talking. The DNA wasn't nowhere. Like,
All right.
you know
Well,
what
so
I'm saying?
all
All of that shit.
So help me out. So, okay.
What if?
Wait, hold on. No. Let's no. Okay, no.
I'm not gonna lie.
No. Okay, no. Let's just take this piece by piece, real quick. So initially, when it happened, she didn't get shot. Like that's what was said. She did not get shot. Right. She didn't get shot.
That's what was said. Yeah.
Then it was Kelsey shot her.
Yeah.
That's what was said. Then it was she stepped on glass.
Because that's what Megan said though.
To cover up for Tory.
Yes. Yeah.
Then it was said
they was fighting over
again in court. When they get to court now, Kelsey shot her. Even before that, they bring up the receipts. Her lawyer team. He went on Instagram. Somebody said, well, nah, Kelsey shot her. And he said, no, she didn't. He said it. He put that on Instagram.
He claims that he was covering for her.
Yeah.
Now, let's spin it back again.
No, but
I'm saying now let's, now let's spin it back again. Nah, Kelsey did shoot her. You know what's most interesting to me? You know what's really interesting to me? Say you shot somebody. Matter of fact, say you didn't shoot somebody. Say you got blamed for it.
Okay.
Would you say you didn't do it?
It depends on who I'm saying.
No. Would you say it in court that you didn't do it?
Yeah.
If your life's on the line.
What I say?
10 years. If your life's on the line, would you say you didn't do it?
For who?
The court.
No, for who?
What do you mean?
Who's
You.
lying for?
You.
Who am I
No, I'm
lying
saying
for?
you. If you're getting
Who
blamed.
is he lying for?
No, I'm saying if you're getting blamed. If you're Tory.
Who am I lying for?
No, I'm saying if you're Tory.
Okay.
Would you say?
understands that.
I'm saying you're in court and they're asking you. You're on the stand and they're asking you.
Did I do it?
Did you do it? Would you say I did not do it? If you didn't do it,
Yeah, I would say. I would say.
the nigga didn't testify.
Oh yeah, he did.
The nigga didn't testify. You know why the fuck he didn't testify? Because he was fucking drunk. Because he doesn't remember the night. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that 10 years is on the line and you don't get in the fucking courtroom, get on the fucking stand. He did not fucking testify. You're not going to get it. You're not gonna walk in the courtroom 10 years on my head and then be like, I ain't gonna say shit.
But so
I think
I
that-
understand that aspect of it, but he did not testify on the advice of his lawyers.
You know why? Because he doesn't remember what the fuck happened.
That's what I was
What
getting
makes
to.
you think he don't remember?
He was drunk.
No, stop.
He don't
The
remember
phone call right after it happened, he said to Kelsey, I was so drunk, I'm so sorry. I was so drunk, I'm so sorry. I was so drunk, I'm so sorry. I don't know what. Nigga!
He did, yeah. And that's how it sounds too. That's
I
how it
was so
sounds.
drunk.
That's how it
I would never. I was so drunk. Nigga, take your ass to jail. What the fuck are you talking about? And you're gonna come out clearly now and say I didn't do it? You don't even fucking remember what happened. That's why you can't take the stand. Because you would have got up there and said some dumb shit.
What's her name? Don't she got an immunity deal?
Yes.
Who?
Kelsey.
Okay, so cool. She might as well say she did it then.
She has an immunity deal, meaning that she can't be taken to. She can't.
She can't testify. She can't be tried. She can only testify for the defense against her.
So you telling me my legal team, we're fighting 10 years, and we gonna hold this evidence that we supposedly knew all along? Oh wait, and also we knew the evidence, and I also got stabbed 14 times, same day. Oh, and I recovered in 24 hours. By the way, both my lungs collapsed. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna tell. What do you mean you don't believe it happened? What happened then? What happened? They had a doctor testify in court. She had bullet fragments in her foot. What are we talking
I
about?
think they testifying not that she got shot, more so who did it, who did the shooting.
If he didn't do it, and Kelsey,
What was his charges though?
he got possession, gross negligence, and
Because that's like another.
That's the
one of
other-
the arguments too. They're like he didn't get charged for shooting her specifically.
he got charged with
a
assault.
gun.
That's being pointing in a direction. Under the law terms,
Yeah,
assault is
yeah.
pointing in a direction. Fam, he checks all three boxes.
Except
He checks all three boxes. There's no loophole in this. He checks all three boxes. Sorry, champ.
so he can't
so
get
why
out.
you
He
think-
can't get out even with the whole security coming out saying like he ain't.
He's not. It wouldn't necessarily be him getting off. It would be more of like a
I said,
mistrial thing.
yeah, that's what. Yeah.
It would be more of like a mistrial, and that would be
You don't
his,
think he
that
can
would
get
be his loophole.
This security detail, they had a press conference. Go file some fucking court papers. Keep talking. Matter of fact, better yet, that was the 14th. Have you heard anything?
Since then, oh no.
You heard a drop? Anything?
But you know,
New trial? No, hold up. New trial date?
I mean,
No. Have you heard anything? No. When he found the new evidence, it was on the internet for 2-3 days. When he got stabbed, it was on the internet for 2-3 days. I ain't heard shit since they said they got new evidence. I don't want to hear that shit.
My thing about it is, bro, the new evidence, nigga. Just like we was talking about the Kid Cudi shit, they could have subpoenaed that nigga.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait for you, nigga. What did you see? You was there. Why are we having press conferences and now all of a sudden you like, oh nah, it wasn't Tory, it was Kelsey.
Then they said he overheard Kelsey say it. Are you fucking kidding me? He overheard Kelsey say that. The text message that Kelsey sent after it happened, help, Tory shot Meg, 911. Are we fucking? So you telling me that this girl shot her and then got her the phone and said, Meg, they gonna believe this.
Sound like everybody was drunk.
What I
Everybody was drunk though.
Everyone was drunk,
What I think.
but the drunkest person didn't testify.
Facts.
2 of the people in the car did. The other one didn't get on the stand. I'm not trying to hear that
Tory
shit.
helped himself testifying, man, bro. He would have said some stupid ass shit.
I know he would have said some stupid shit. It would have sounded like the phone call. Man, I was so drunk. Man, I'm so sorry. Man, I was so drunk and shit. I can't remember.
It's so inconsistent, and it's like the shit that's like skewing the whole thing about it is just like there hasn't been a consistent story since the beginning.
There's
been like 27 different accounts of the same fucking
Here's the thing that you'll only get me to agree with. We do not know the full story from beginning to end in its truest form.
Facts.
We will never know. But I'm okay. I still don't know what happened on the night of OJ. Oh well. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
First of all, I'm not gonna. We know that.
I mean, yes, but we don't know. We do not know. But I'm okay.
The glove didn't fit?
I'm okay with the outcome. Oh, fucking well. Oh, fucking well. You know whose side of the story I still don't have? Tory.
Yeah, but
He just keep talking about that I didn't do it. That's not good enough. Tell me what happened from beginning to end. You can't. You can't. It was probably a blackout drunk night. It probably was one of those.
Oh, it was, for sure. For shit show.
The fuck?
it definitely probably was.
There was a witness that seen a little man with a gun in his hand. That's what he said. A little man with a gun in his hand. Well,
That sound like Tory.
possession, gross negligence 2, assault 3. I seen the gun in your hand. That's enough. Sit this nigga down. I ain't even dying for Tory Lanez music like that.
Because the thing
The
about-
fuck?
the thing
Fuck
about-
out of here. Who you dying to hear with this nigga on the song with? Tell me. Gunna Tory? Young Thug Tory? Drake Tory? Who you dying to hear him with? Man, free this nigga. Petitions and shit. You niggas is lame. Are you fucking kidding me?
Niggas is lame.
Fuck out of here.
All right, sorry.
I'm cool. All right. Sorry.
Oh, he had the shirt on or something.
Yeah, nah, free tour.
My fault. I'm sorry. But that shit was irritating because it's just so many people that say they have brothers or they have sisters, they have mothers and all these things, and they enjoy women's company. It's like, no, you do not, nigga. You don't like women for the stances that you're taking. You don't like women. You see women as objects. You see women as things that you can be with and fuck, but you do not think of them as humans. If you have in these stances, because what the fuck would a woman have to lie about getting shot for? That's the other thing. Why the fuck would she lie about that?
Facts.
What? Why would I? What is the
How does it
benefit?
benefit her?
Yeah, what does that benefit me saying this nigga? Matter of fact, even further, what does it benefit her saying Tory shot her? Because that's another thing. Oh, she was trying to get the clout from getting shot by him. This nigga's one of the lamest niggas in the industry. What do you mean?
Tory Lanez.
You see this nigga hairline? What?
Tory. So the problem.
Tory Lanez?
The problem with Tory is, bro.
He wasn't lit until COVID radio.
Niggas let that quarantine radio shit skew the fact that he was lame before that.
The nigga was trying to beef with Drake when he first came out, when he sounded just like him.
He
He tried to fight Travis Scott on his tour bus. He beat up August Alsina before the trial.
Damn, he did do that.
August Alsina, who just came out of the closet.
August Alsina. Nah, I ain't heard that nigga name in a minute. He did just come out.
What the fuck are we talking about? This ain't no goody two shoes great for the public ass nigga. It's fucking Tory Lanez. It's not somebody concert you dying to go to.
Quarantine.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here. He wasn't lit until then. He gave us entertainment during a period when we needed it.
Yeah.
Before then, we didn't need it. I wasn't dying to hear Say It. Fuck, he wasn't in my playlist. I wasn't on repeat. The fuck?
That's hatred.
Yeah, no, what the fuck? The sample was hard. The sample was hard. Little man. Little gun. Little man. I hate, like, dog. That shit's so fucking irritating. This shit is so irritating. Because you giving the benefit of a doubt to somebody that didn't even earn it.
Yeah.
What did he do with virtual currency to give him the benefit of the doubt?
Nothing. He Canadian.
That's another thing. He's not even from here. He's not even from here. He's not even from here.
Don't fucking talk.
That's nigga.
The fuck?
Fucking with this nigga. Yeah, nigga.
At least Drake gave me 10 years of consistent music. Well,
All right, bro.
yeah, I know. I know.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm
Leave Drake alone.
Not going to
yeah, all right. But
talking about it.
yeah, I know. But yeah, no, he didn't do anything to earn that favor. It's the same way I feel about the DDG shit. Like DDG,
That shit kind of
weird though.
That shit went right over.
Right under, but he's a streamer, so I can drown that out because I'm a personality streamer. I stream every day. I can drown that out. The other thing about it is, I'm not gonna cast aspersions until they go to court and figure it out. But let me just tell you, she filed a restraining order.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you how that's not easy to get. The judge still has to grant it. It's not something that you call up and you just get it the next day. It's not Amazon. You don't Amazon a restraining order. That's not something you can just order up.
Yeah, you gotta have facts, evidence. You gotta show
what?
Oh, for sure.
And it was granted. Now, what did this nigga do for y'all to earn that much favor and be like, yo, my nigga DDG a good nigga?
I mean, that's like what you said the other episode. You know, niggas don't have an opinion, but when it got to do with that pussy, niggas just
none of my business.
It's none of my business.
None of my business.
None of my business.
It's none of my business. It'd be the same niggas.
Cool as hell.
It'd be the same niggas. You be in a room with a nigga and he hit a girl and you just turn your head. Y'all them same niggas.
Yeah,
y'all be them same niggas. Man, I'm sorry. I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm
Tory for DDG.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. To transition to more black men saying stupid shit. This is more. We'll transition the conversation to a sports context, but the RGIII Ryan Clark shit.
Oh my god.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been tapped in.
All right,
I just
so
seen something
we're gonna
speed.
speed. We're gonna kind of speed through this part.
All right.
RG3 was critical of Angel Reese after the
like super critical though.
after the hard foul that she took from Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seen that.
Whatever.
I seen that.
Angel Reese, you saw her reaction. RG3 went out and said, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Hates her. Now, you see that? That's hate. While having his white wife in the background. Being critical.
Fired.
No, he's on his podcast. He is on his podcast. He's on his podcast. He's on his podcast. No, his bum ass was at home. He's being critical of this black woman with his white wife, who he claims is his milk. He's the milkman. That's what he's known as in the industry. He in all these close rooms, in all these rooms, he talks about how much he loves milk. That's what he says.
Milk.
Like yes, milk. He has a piece of content out with his wife. Whereas I think it says when I want a little melanin in my coffee, and I think it's her laying in the bed, and then she wakes up and it's him in the bed. He makes jokes like that. So you sitting here being critical of this black girl with your white wife in the background, talking about this black girl hates this white woman, as if Caitlin Clark is just this damsel in distress, as if she's just this innocent bystander that she needs this opinion from you. Yes. And then Ryan Clark comes out and says, hey, you have a white wife and you don't be around black people.
Damn.
Black women, per se. Shut the fuck up.
Milk is crazy.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's basically what he said to him. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And Robert goes.
What did he say this on?
Well, Ryan said it on his platform, Pivot. And then
right.
Robert said it in his house, wherever that was. And then Robert responded and was like, you brought my family into it, man. You brought my family into it, man. That's not cool, man. And tried to call his job into question. Yeah. Like a fucking Karen.
They called him Robert.
Yeah.
RG3.
That's how he was
Robert.
Moving,
Yeah, no, it's Robert. It's Robert.
Then the nigga Robert proceeded to.
Yeah, you calling him Robert too? Like,
what the fuck? It's really fuck that nigga, bro. I'm gonna get to why it's fuck that nigga too, but and he proceeds to bring up the fact that Ryan Clark got a baby by a white woman. And he's like, you're a hypocrite because how you talking about my white wife, but your first child is mixed race. All this stem from WNBA basketball.
Yeah.
And then to bring up
talking about kids and wives and families.
To bring up that he has a kid by a white woman, it fell deaf to let me know that you weren't comprehending the point he was making. He's saying you're not having conversations with black women. You are not attuned to the sensitivities and the cues and the microaggressions that black women that they go through. Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
Like milk.
You once again, right? Exactly. Once again, to go back to the point,
skim milk.
You niggas don't really like women.
It's not even skim.
No, but that
2%.
literally what you just said goes back to the point. You don't like women because the first thing you went to about me with white women is that I fucked one. You didn't talk about me talking to one. You went straight to me saying I have a baby with one. Yeah. Nick, what are you talking about? That's not what I said.
Yeah.
But what are you saying?
So, and to allude to that, what's getting lost in translation is people don't understand that they feel like Ryan Clark is just hating on Robert. But problem is them niggas was teammates. They was in the locker room together.
Yeah.
I seen how you operate on your day to day. I see the shit that you say to other niggas on the day to day that we don't see.
Facts.
And niggas don't understand that he has that he said it. He's like, you're one of the worst teammates I've ever had.
Ryan Clark said that too.
And the thing about it is, we as a fan, we saw the shit.
Yeah.
So it's like niggas ain't defending.
What team was they on together?
Washington.
Damn, I didn't even.
Ryan Clark played for Washington.
Yeah, towards the end of the career, right?
I'm not even associating this nigga in the skin.
When RG was drafted, Ryan was like, Washington was into like paying names on their way out. He was one of those names that was getting paid.
Okay, respect. All right.
He didn't play. He didn't make it the full seasons because he was trying to kill niggas, and his body started breaking down. But they were teammates, and Ryan was one of the veterans on the team. So you got a rookie coming in. I'm supposed to mentor you, and he like Robert was like, I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
What do I need you for? My name is on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got my jersey on. I don't see no 2.5s out there. That's some shit that Robert has said to the nigga Ryan. And this is the type of nigga that niggas is like, oh yeah, we should have said that.
He does have that type of aura.
Bro, he's an asshole. Even the nigga was writing a book about Washington, about how they derailed his fucking career.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and
I remember that. Yeah.
All of a sudden, he got a job on fucking ESPN. Yeah. And then the Commanders was bringing
you have enough pull. You have enough pull. You have enough views now that you've done this slander, and now we want you on TV. Yeah.
So he's on the TV. Then the Washington Commanders is bringing him to the stadium and having RG3 day or whatever. Now all of a sudden the fucking book is gone. What happened? He blamed the coaches for why the fuck his career didn't go the way it went.
He got hurt.
Nigga, in the playoff game, they up. I'm very specific moment. In the playoff game, they up 14-0. The Seahawks couldn't move the ball worth shit. Couldn't do nothing.
Got him started.
Kirk, little white ass, and came in maybe like 2 weeks before against Ravens. We was down. Kirk come in, put the cape on, win the game. Everybody talking about
is started that Commanders tangent.
Is RG the right quarterback?
Yeah.
Is Kirk the right one?
You know you remember.
Yeah, nah.
This 2 weeks later, playoff game at home, front of the fans. RG putting on the show, up 14-0, busting their ass, couldn't do nothing. Coach say, hey, R, we gonna put Kirk in. We need you for next week. We got these niggas. RG like, nah, I'm gonna finish them off. You can see the niggas arguing on the sideline. Arguing.
This nigga remember this shit like
yesterday. He would have like damn.
Because it's like a fucking movie. You see the niggas arguing, then nigga go in. That same fucking drive, blow his fucking ACL out with a fat ass brace on. Big ass, bulky ass, fucking bulletproof ass brace. That shit shattered. And then the bitch ass nigga dropped the ball. 10-yard line, nigga scored 7-14. Now we gotta try to throw niggas in. Oh, the whole team fucked up now.
Sure, lights do.
I got it. Whole team fucked up now.
Got passionate.
This is the nigga we want to defend. Then he go in the media and blame the coaches. Oh, coaches should have pulled me out the game. Coach, that's their job. Of course I'm gonna want to fight for my team. What the fuck are you talking about?
You got Jaden Daniels now, but it's okay. It's all right.
But I'm saying, I don't even want to see this nigga name no more, bro.
Yeah,
then this nigga be like, finish what I started to Jaden. Oh my God.
No, it's all right. Don't go down the hill.
Bro,
don't go down the hill.
At the stadium, I want to punch nigga in his face.
Don't go down the hill.
Cause he's at the stadium like, nigga, fuck you.
Royalty.
Yeah. We hyping the crowd. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no. To go back to the main thing about it, I guess more what I want to discuss from this is that RG3 Ryan Clark thing. People were there was a lot of discussions about. I told you there's politics in everything, and I think especially for black people, the politics can't separate from us. Like I said last time, to be black is to be political. The WNBA historically, black women's league. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I think for the WNBA,
they're just basketball.
Yeah. Right. I think what they have to be careful of now in this climate, and I mean it is what it is. Like capitalism, you have a premier cash cow. I think what happens is that the WNBA has a prime opportunity, like we've always talked about. I've been watching women's sports for a little minute now. Like, I think they have a prime opportunity to have more viewers, more viewership.
You about to get it? Don't make it a race thing.
Well, I'm not going to say
Like,
it's going to be
between
inevitable.
players.
I'm not going to say that.
I'm saying that's
I'm
not
I'm
what-
definitely not going to say that because it's going to be that.
I
I'm
was
saying
just saying
don't.
they don't do that in the NBA for real. Like
No,
Black and
No.
Jokic, LeBron. You know, they don't
It
make
was
it a
well
race
because
thing.
well. I'll say this: it's because they had to work past that. I think once, and you gonna make me get to a point faster, but for one, I'm gonna say for the WNBA that you have a cash cow obviously that's working for you, but don't neglect the rest of the accomplishments of your league. You have enough great players to flower it in, but I understand that this is a new investment and they're a league that's growing, and so it's hard to manage this investment that you necessarily can't even account for. Like the Indian,
because they was going all in on Caitlyn and Angel when the draft.
yeah,
So-
and they continue to do that. But I think that you mismanage your investment when you have the one who probably will end up being the greatest player.
Asia.
Yeah, you have Asia Wilson back there doing historic shit all the fucking time, and no one's talking about it. You have people legitly wanting to wear a women's basketball shoe.
Yeah.
Them A1, like that's legitly happening. That's legitly
I
happening.
need to lock in on.
Yeah, like you will have that moment pass you by.
I think they're not used to so much shit going on
Right,
at the same
exactly,
time. So
exactly,
not knowing what the
exactly.
NBA can cover 5 different shits that's going on. This nigga the MVP, he the best player.
Yep.
This rivalry
Right.
going on, and we can all tap in.
Markets.
Everything. Yeah. You know
Markets.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
NBA just so used to. We got to find out what's hitting.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, and we got to just go all in on that versus being able to balance out, like you said, Asia, Caitlyn, the new rookies. Just the fact that the league is growing itself. I don't think they know how to do that shit.
And
motherfuckers going to the games and shit now, like.
And I think that.
They ain't even ready for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
I think that I'm not comparing the players as far as play level, but kind of what you said as far as don't make it a race thing. When Magic and Larry came into the league, that was a thing. It was a race thing for a period of time. They saved the league, but at the same time, Larry was the white hope. He was the new white hope.
Race when they was friends.
Yeah.
But rivals.
Well,
And
they
we
were
knew that
they weren't
friends.
initially friends, but then they
Well,
became
yeah,
friends,
yeah.
and that them being friends made it to get past that hurdle of a race thing. It's
They
very
was making commercials
Right.
even though it was a race thing.
Right.
The shoes and the
right. I think here with Angel and Caitlyn, it's a very similar thing as far as the eyes, that Magic and Larry effect, bringing new viewership.
yeah.
But I think the difference is that the WNBA once again have to be very, very careful in how they manage this moment, because what happened last year was you had all of this attention, you put all this effort into Caitlyn, and when they got eliminated, the playoff ratings dropped, the playoff viewership dropped. And that's because you weren't able to diversify and make sure that the whole landscape, because I think the Fever now have their own stream thing. I think they have like a whole separate thing to, yeah, they have their own separate, yeah. And I think Indiana Fever, but I think it's like, I don't think the number's close. I think that Indiana Fever have the most national televised games. I meant to look it up. But yeah, I think the first game, they were on ABC, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Their exhibition game was on ESPN.
Yeah.
They were playing
I can't remember.
Brazil or something
Listen,
like
they
that.
can't. What if with that, Caitlyn's good. What if she don't end up being like y'all just going all in on this person? And what if she don't put the numbers up to keep, you know what I'm saying? We just watching her just.
At the same time, it's kind of like they haven't had something that kind of replicates Caitlyn before. This is like that's their universe.
But I was just saying, speaking like him saying so much other shit going on.
But
Like,
I'm
what
saying-
if this doesn't play out the
But
way
that's
that
what
y'all
I'm saying.
want to?
Because they haven't managed their stars and their faces of the league
This
well
way,
before,
I'll agree with that.
that this is new. This is all new for them.
Yeah.
So for them, it's just like, I just got a brand new car. I want to show everybody my brand new car.
But this is
I'm not
different than
thinking
any
I'm not
car I've
thinking
ever
about the
had.
gas. I'm not thinking about the maintenance. I'm not thinking about the other shit that I need to do. I'm just thinking about this new car that I want to show everybody. Now, you know what I'm saying? Even like, say you got a fleet of cars, you buy new shit. Your other cars just sitting in the garage. No, you know what I'm saying? You
Because they got some motherfuckers in the WNBA that's hooping now like that we can
They
really
have
talk
a
about.
lot. Shorty on the Mystics is getting to it.
Yeah, facts. The Sparks is going crazy right now.
What's
You know what I'm saying?
Kelsey Plummer's getting to it.
Sparks going
But you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? But when you hear, because of the way that they market their team, and that's been one of their biggest problems as to why they haven't been profitable for a long time, is the way that they market their team.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that they going all in because Indiana ain't no fucking, it's Indiana. Y'all really trying with this girl.
That's a small market
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah, in the WNBA.
So in the WNBA, you know how much amount of money you have to pour in? That's not New York.
No, facts.
That's not Miami or Los Angeles.
That's why I said it's really going all in on her. Like, I get her, but where she's at too, like, you know what I'm saying?
But the problem that they have, and the problem that they have with the marketing that they're doing with Caitlyn is like, just like you said, like when they got knocked out the playoffs, that viewership goes down because we don't know who else we want to watch. We don't know who else are we supposed to be watching. Who else is good? We don't even know if, like, we watch basketball, so we know who the fuck Aja Wilson is. But the casual walking down the street, who the fuck is Aja Wilson? I know who Caitlyn Clark is.
Yeah.
Who you go in a Foot Locker? Oh, them shoes is nice. Who shoes is those?
Yeah.
We should know that.
Yeah.
Facts.
You gotta put
NBA
the
niggas
effort.
Wearing them bitches.
Yeah.
We should know that. It took like people fighting for Aja to get a shoe, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nike was pouring money into Caitlyn. They like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, what's,
You told your MVP of the league, shorty winning chips. We're not giving
Defensive
her.
player of the year.
She don't got a shoe.
3 times.
Yeah, she got 3 of them.
And she got 2 defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two championships.
This who don't got a shoe. You know what I'm saying?
About to be the greatest.
Motherfuckers some got a shoe.
Yeah.
She led last year in points, rebounds, and blocks. She led the league in that. She led the league in points, rebounds, and blocks.
I'm just like it should, and then it's like the thing about this is like it's not supposed to be a race thing because it's basketball. They always gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always gonna.
No,
Make it.
I don't mind that.
No, I'm saying it's just how you portray the race thing. Like, what card are you pulling within the race
But
thing
that's
is
what I'm saying because it's so new to them. They not doing it the right way.
Yeah. I don't mind that if it's done a while. You empower the how you My fault.
Straight.
Yeah, no, I meant to say you can empower the race thing, but my biggest thing is that there have been great white women in the WNBA before this. My problem is that they didn't have these type of fans that came with them.
No.
These
Taurasi,
these it's just the type of fans you got. Some MAGA fans with you, and we need to.
It's not some.
I'm about to say we need to address why there's MAGA fans coming with your viewership. That's a problem, and I'm not saying that Caitlyn is directly responsible, but there's a reason why they don't identify with other white women in the league.
It's a look, bro.
Yeah, of course, but she also is friends with Dave Portnoy from Barstool.
She looks like they're stereotypical white girl, bro.
Yeah,
That's what she looks like. She doesn't like a lot of the other like white players that they've had.
they code like they be around black people.
They've been because they've been hooping their whole life. They've been around black people, black girls.
And I think Caitlyn been around black people, but
She has, but
she don't code.
Exactly,
It doesn't
correct,
look
correct.
like she codes that way.
And look at all the teams that she's going to.
To the fans, let me say that to the
Iowa.
fans.
She playing for Iowa. Now she from she in Iowa. Now she in Indiana.
Yeah.
Look at where she's at.
Midwestern whites.
White folk like, oh, we got us one.
When you been had one, Sabrina Ionescu was nice.
Yeah, facts.
Paige is nice.
They too cool. Though.
Yeah, they too locked in with us.
Yeah, they too cool.
Yeah.
Why all your friends is black?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah. So, but
Even the way Caitlyn, even the way she celebrates white as fuck.
yeah. Yeah, no. But
No swag to her game.
hopefully they manage it well.
She got no swag.
Yeah, because they in too good of a position not to capitalize. Yeah, I was just about to say, don't you do this?
Yeah, a lot.
Halliburton.
No, Hallie.
I don't know. I would say.
That nigga said he hooped like Steve Urkel that one episode,
seen
and
that.
I cannot unsee it.
I can't unsee it.
That's
I
crazy.
can't unsee it.
That's
but
crazy.
like even like the shit where like who the fuck she got into and she was like, I'm not scared of you.
To shorty.
Yeah, that's such a white woman response. I'm not scared of you.
We said white women a lot on this episode today.
Shit. Ain't a curse word. I don't care. But yeah, hopefully they manage it well. The state basketball really quick. I think it's the last thing we got too. Pacers are up 2-1 and the Thunder are up 2-1. I'm probably going to still stick within my safest bet that OKC and Indiana may end up in the finals. I'm gonna stick.
That's nasty.
I'm going Timberwolves just for.
I mean, yeah, for the shits and giggles.
I need that nigga in the finals.
Yeah, just for the shits and giggles.
I need the league.
That guy that showed up in the first 2 minutes is the guy that has to show up every game. That's the
guy we've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's the guy that could be the best player in the league.
I think they need that nigga in the finals. So I got Indiana and Timberwolves.
Okay.
Indiana and Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Since my boy is going.
The only way the Knicks win now. The only way Knicks win now is the same way they won yesterday. Pacers got to let it.
Yeah.
They got to give it away.
Yeah, for sure.
They have to give it
because the
away.
game was still close.
Yeah. But they were up 20.
It was up 20.
They were up 20. So.
But, like, for me, it's more the storyline. I'm a big storylines, like the trade. Like I don't think we've ever really seen a trade.
The Minnesota and the Knicks.
I think you said that.
Yeah, I did.
You told me.
Yeah.
We've never really seen a trade like this benefit both.
All the Knicks and the Timberwolves going.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Then it's like, do you use this to say who won the trade?
Yeah.
I mean,
ultimately,
that's a good.
That's
That's all marketing. Yeah, because if Indiana and
who really won
Timberwolves
this trade?
I don't know. Well, shit. Even if it's Indiana and the Thunder, what's the storyline? What are we talking about?
Small markets.
Small markets. That's it.
Small markets.
That's it.
Right now it's just if Indiana and the Thunder go like,
what would be the storyline?
I just saw something.
Halle versus Shea.
The new NBA, how the OKC, how the team is formed.
Yeah.
7 or 8 guys who all do the same thing: shoot, play defense, ball.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
It's different how the NBA was 10 years ago.
But
you got ISOs and block.
Yeah.
One person,
Facts. Superstar.
That's how Indiana and OKC.
Yeah, they are.
That's facts because Nembhard, Magid, and all three of them are interchangeable. They all do the same thing.
Both teams are made of the same way. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
the only problem I have is I don't.
That's why I want Ant to go because they got some dogs on the Timberwolves, but Ant is. I think
he's box office.
Yeah, like I need Ant in the
Really
fucking.
good for ratings.
Yeah, I need Ant in the finals.
He put Shea in this like young NBA category. Like this nigga is not the same age as Ant is 23.
Yep.
No fact.
Shay's like 27, 28.
Damn for real?
Yeah, I mean he was on the Clippers first.
Oh
On
fuck,
the Clippers,
right?
bro.
Yeah, he
Niggas
is.
forget that. They put Brunson in that graphic. Brunson's
I think
like 30.
Yeah, but they do put Brunson in the young nigga league shit.
I'm so confused. I'm like,
Shay's
these
20.
niggas are not-
Shay's 26.
Still a young nigga.
Okay, I'll let that pass. The Brunson shit is
But him being 26, let's
he's
just
been in the
remember.
league a
Let's
long
just
time,
remember.
though.
Let's remember what we gave Jason Tatum flack for at the age of 26. There's a comparison level. Shay's just arrived, and so that's why I'm agreeing with him in the sense of like,
that's what I'm saying.
about to say there's other niggas that's been here, and he's just now arriving in the sense.
for
sure.
What I'm trying to say
3
is
years,
they-
maybe?
We acting like we
I was
put
about to say two. I was about to say two. I was
put
like,
him in
should I
the
say?
same-
Yeah, Jalen
graphic.
Brunson's 28.
we put him in the same graphic with Anthony Edwards.
I
Anthony
mean,
Edwards
yeah,
been in the league
28,
2
23,
years, 3
like,
years.
no, he really a young nigga. Like, this is really a young nigga.
But even like 26, but he's been in the league for a while.
Yeah.
And been in for 45 years, 4 years.
Ain't no way he's 23.
2020. Came in 2020.
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years.
Oh, you talking about Ant?
How long
I know his was the COVID draft though. Shea was drafted 2018.
Damn.
And
What's that, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that everybody.
he was drafted. Ant was drafted 2020.
I'm not saying that everybody. You know what I'm saying is developed at the same.
But
level.
but Ant, that means Ant started at a younger age. Yeah, that means I think
he started 19.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah, that nigga
So,
phenom.
Because I know the draft.
Been had.
I know the draft.
Came in
Been
the
had.
league like that.
Listen, I
Been-
know the draft very well.
Oh yeah.
the
I know
draft
why
very
you know
well,
that draft.
very well,
I know why you know
very
that draft.
well.
Who, the Ant draft?
Yeah, James Wiseman.
Because
James Wiseman.
They tried to give us the pick. They're like, oh, y'all want him?
Nope.
Nah, we good.
Y'all tried to give us who? Y'all tried to give y'all who?
They tried to give us the #1 pick, and Golden State said, "No, we straight."
Oh, damn.
And we drafted James Wiseman. You know who Kerr wanted? You know who else was in that draft? Who was starting point guard for the Pacers?
Oh,
He
Same
did want.
Kerr wanted Halliburton.
He did want Halliburton at one point.
We took James
I don't
Wiseman.
think that would have mentioned.
How wouldn't it? What did Steph do?
Ain't gonna lie, I would have. That shit. would-
What did Steph do? And what does Halliburton do well?
What the hell?
Was
What is
Halliburton
he doing?
was Halliburton this person on the Kings though?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was.
that's
Alright,
why
so
they
he
got
would've
rid
been
of.
the same
That's why they
person.
got rid of him though, because him and De'Aaron needed the ball.
Wait, did Steph and D'Lo play at any point?
Yeah.
Yes,
They
it was terrible.
did. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Halliburton's not the same. Halliburton don't give a fuck if
Halliburton.
he scored.
Halliburton was drafted at 12.
Halliburton could just bring the ball up and you let Steph play off the ball the whole time.
I've been seeing a lot of his who he said was supposed to call him.
But he's not. Hallie is a pure point, bro.
Sure. No,
Come on, D'Lo. Talking about D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell IQ
I'm
is.
talking about D'Lo.
Because I want to make sure I get your point.
Their games are pretty similar.
Similar in what way?
I ain't gonna lie, Jay.
What? No, I'm with you. I'm trying to follow you, but in what way?
Okay, they are a point guard first.
They have awkward bags for sure, 100%.
D'Lo is probably can look to score a little more.
Not a little bit.
It's
Not a little bit.
Not
a little bit.
D'Lo and Hallie?
Situational scoring is not here.
Niggas don't call D'Lo one of them pure point guard type of niggas.
You want to know what the problem with D'Lo is? The problem with D'Lo is he don't know how to play around other great players. He don't know how to play around other great players. When he gets around average NBA players, that's when he's at his best.
Like Brooklyn?
Yeah.
That's when he's at his best. When he can try to elevate average NBA players. But if there are niggas that are on the same level or higher than him, he doesn't know how to play.
Yeah, I haven't seen Halliburton play with some other players.
Halliburton is such
I feel like you put Hallie on a good team.
That's
the
how I
type
feel
of
about
point guard
it.
he
I feel like
is.
you can put him anywhere. That's how I feel about it. I think the way that he's just purely being a point guard. I think the way that he sees the way that he sees the floor is amazing.
This is me speaking.
He's third. He was third this year in PER.
Imagine
just
imagine
you know what I'm saying?
the Warriors with a pure point because that's what the fuck they've been missing.
Okay, that also ties about the argument of Steph not being a true point.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
We can
No,
finish.
we've already had this discussion.
No,
No, he's not. I won't say that he's not a true
People
point.
be like,
Order in the pod.
I'm like, no, he's not.
Order in the pod.
He chooses when he wants to be. If he wanted to be a pure point, he could be.
Order in the pod.
We'll leave it up to now.
Yeah, we'll leave it with that.
Order in the pod. But yeah, I look forward to see what the finals matchup is. So, we'll see. Do you have anything else?
Nah, fuck that other draft. I ain't care about the draft for real.
All right. Yeah. Well, like, share, comment, subscribe. Also listen to us on Spotify. Thanks for listening, and we out.
Yeah.
I built this. Me, brick by brick.